Welcome back to a new episode of Recess at Midnight. And I apologize if I'm talking really low. It's kind of late that I'm recording this, and it's been a minute since, I won't say a minute, but it's definitely been a couple weeks since I've recorded an episode. And not out of purpose, I'm not going to record for 2 weeks, but just because with shows and tech rehearsals and stuff, I really used my Sundays to relax, to rest, to catch up on anything I needed to catch up on, to really just be within myself and do something for myself. And I guess that needs to start with also doing the podcast as well still, because I do this for myself, not only just for y'all, but also for myself as well. So, obviously I want to ask my I wouldn't say basic, but my regular questions. How are you guys? How are you guys doing? How's your week been going? How have you been taking care of yourself? How have you been exploring new avenues within yourself? And how have you been saying yes to yourself? I know that's a weird way of putting things, but I just want to make sure that we're all saying yes to ourselves and not saying, oh, I don't want to have this because, I'm eating healthy or whatever. It's okay to have a balance within life. Have a sweet treat if you need one. If you need a nap, you need a nap. If you need to go to sleep, it's okay to not have to do everything right up front, always and forever. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. And that's why I hadn't been recording, because I just wanted to make sure that I was taking care of myself with these rehearsals and these shows and stuff that I've been doing. It's a lot of work on the body. It's a lot of work on the mind and the soul. And not saying that making a podcast and recording these audios is hard work, but it takes energy, and it takes time. And sometimes it's just, I need time to relax. I need time to be in bed. I need time to truly be within myself. And it's okay to allow yourself that. It's okay to allow yourself to do those things. I wanted to start this episode off with a topic that I've recently been succumbing to. I wouldn't say recently because it literally just happened tonight. When I say it just happened tonight on my drive to Applebee's for Spooky Sips, I thought of it while I was on my drive tonight to Applebee's for Spooky Sips. And I'll be taking notes because I'm also journaling and processing this as I'm saying it. So I don't know. Okay, hold on. I literally just wrote 6 down for the date, and that's not what the date is. It's not the 6th month. It's definitely October, and it is the 24th, and it is the 25th year, 2025. I'll also be taking notes because as I'm talking this out with you guys, I'm also doing it for my own self. So I think it's important for me to also jot down notes and things that I say that are important, because right now I'm just speaking and I'm speaking out loud, but I want to remember them for my own self as well. That I can look back on and say, okay, this is what I need to really work on. This is what I'm jotting down. But I've been thinking about my biggest fear. And for me, my biggest fear, and I've always said this, and I see now why. I'm trying to find out why now. But my biggest fear is being alone. Or I wouldn't say being alone, but dying alone. And I know that's so morbid. I feel like that's so morbid and dark. But that's the truth of what my biggest fear is. I'm not scared. I wouldn't say scared, but spiders are okay. The clowns, I don't fear clowns. I don't fear heights. I fear dying alone, dying without family, dying without kids, without a husband, without a legacy to remember me by. I'm another person who's died in this world, and there's no one to mourn me. There's no one to remember me. There's no one to come celebrate my life that I've lived. That to me, I don't know, that just feels so, and even now, it makes me emotional just because, that just seems so sad. Everyone should have someone to come to their funeral. Everyone should have someone to you know, celebrate their life and what they've accomplished and what they've learned and the wisdom that they've learned over the years. Like, everyone deserves that. And so it's like, do I fear dying alone? Or it's like, I'm sorry, I'm also writing. I told you, I'm also writing this down too. Or is it, do I fear, like, the power within myself that I'll discover when I'm alone? I'm writing it down. The power I'd feel when alone. And that's what I've really been thinking about. Like, do I fear the actual being alone, or do I feel the power of understanding within myself and self-awareness that I'll have? And although I feel like I'm pretty self-aware, I also, I don't know, I feel like also, like, I still have a lot of, like, growing that I need to do. And I feel like everyone has healing and growing that they need to do, of course. But I feel like because I haven't had that solitude of, like, just myself, that I haven't discovered the things that I need to discover. And I don't know, growing up as an only child, it was really lonely. Like, I don't mean to be sad, and I apologize if this is sad, but I'm not apologizing for telling my story. I'm apologizing if it's affecting you in a way that's, like, sad, because that's not my intention. But I feel like when I was growing up as an only child until the age of 10, 11, 12, I feel like those primal ages when you want connection, when you need connection, I didn't really have that. With my mom being a single mom and with me being an only child, like, I was by myself pretty much majority of the time. I would spend time with my mom, obviously, but if it wasn't me and her, it was just me. And I had to get comfortable talking to myself. I had to get comfortable playing with myself and playing with my dolls and reading to myself and, like, doing everything by myself. And one thing I really hated the most, like, was going outside by myself. Like, I'm writing this down because as a kid, I really did hate going outside by myself. Like, I don't know, I felt like going outside was like the time where you met other kids. Like, you were playing with other kids. And when I was bored, my mom would just be like, go outside and play, like, go. And I'm like, there's no one out there. Like, you want me to play by myself? And she's like, yeah, make something up, use your imagination, like, do something. And that was always really hard for me. Like, I don't know why. Like, I just didn't like being alone. Like, all the times that I was alone was enough for me. And the times that I was supposed to be getting social interaction, I wasn't getting it. And sometimes I did. Like, at school, I would have friends, and there was kids that would come on the playground, but sometimes it would just be me by myself. And I don't know, I guess just when it was me by myself, I felt like I needed a buffer. I needed someone else, so I'm not in complete silence with myself. Like, and oftentimes now, like, I don't have a problem with being in complete silence with myself. Sometimes I love solitude, but I've never been in a deep solitude where it's like, it's been me for months. Like, it hasn't been anybody else. I haven't been talking to anybody else. Like, my phone has been dry because I do not respond to people, so no one texts me. I don't put energy into others, so no one puts energy into me. Like, I might respond to a DM or, like, say thank you, but I'm not engaging with people in a way that says I'm looking for a relationship. I'm searching for a relationship. So it's like, I want to do that, and I've wanted to do that before, but I've only gotten so far. And I think, like, I don't know, like, people will say, like, oh, keep yourself busy, like, make sure you have different hobbies and stuff. And, like, while I have lots of hobbies, I still don't feel like it's enough, if that makes sense. Like, I'm okay in the daytime, but it's like really at night when I'm alone with my thoughts. Like, these are the times where it's like, what can I do? And if you hear Freya in the back, hell, ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all know that's my baby. Trying to, like, teach her that meowing is not the way to, like, get what she wants. Because she knows that I'll respond when she meows, and she knows that she gets anything she wants. So it's like, I feel like she knows that, like, she can just meow and I'll respond, or she'll meow and I'll give her a treat. So it's like, I'm trying to break that. But I was saying, just like, being a kid, being alone all the time it was really sad for me. If I'm being honest. And it's not about being sad, it's about being honest. Like, it was just really sad for me to be by myself. Like, and I would be grounded, and my mom would, like, isolate me. I wouldn't say isolate me, but, like, you know, when you're grounded, like, your parents tell you can't go outside, you can't go with your friends, like, and already as an only child, like, I already have to play by myself. So now you're putting me on punishment. And I guess, so am I associating being by myself with punishment? Because as an only child, being punished meant spending more time with myself, which I already didn't like, playing by myself and having to entertain myself. So since I was grounded, I'm now having to entertain myself, which is entertain myself, which is now seen as a punishment instead of something of solitude. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if that's, like, and I'll probably book a therapy appointment to see what she thinks, but maybe that's kind of what it is. Like, and not saying that grounding your kids if they do something wrong is bad, but as an only child, I think I would have benefited more with being talked to and, like, more of a discussion rather than a punishment of, oh, I'm isolating you from people, which you already don't really have. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, boy, oh boy, the shadow work that needs to be done to really feel like a human being, it's a lot. It really is a lot. It really is a lot. And I don't know, I don't want to be the person that can't be alone, that hasn't been alone in a season by themselves, that hasn't had a relationship and truly healed the relationship with themselves, because I want to learn things about myself. I can't expect someone to go the depths with me, like, for me, if I'm scared to do that for myself. Like, why would I expect someone to learn the depths of me if I haven't even been in complete solitude with myself? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the things, and it's like, you are what you attract. And I just look back at, like, the people that I've been with. Like, most of these guys were unhealed. Most of these guys were, you know, I would say, like, fake in the forefront. Like, they would put on a facade and then, like, it would disappear. Most of the guys were, like, didn't have some of them had good hygiene. Some of them questionable. And that's not to say that I have bad hygiene, but I know that as a human being, like, it can be better. Like, it's not 100% perfect, but, you know, things like just how I carry myself, and that ties back into the episode where I asked, like, do I change for love? And that's obviously, the answer is no. You don't change your core being for love or someone else, but your behaviors and patterns that are toxic to someone or causing someone harm, you do change those. And I think when I was meeting those people, I was very, like, not in a place to accept that I was wrong. I kind of felt like, oh, well, they didn't have anything to say. They didn't want to communicate, so I guess I'm perfect. Like, I didn't have anything to say, until I grew up, and I'm like, no, there's I know that I have things wrong with me, but it's not because I'm wrong, but more because it's not really being appreciated here, so it seems like it's wrong. And I don't know, I just want to be the best me, And I want to really understand what it is that I like, what it is that I don't like, what it is that makes me tick, what it is that makes me happy, what it is that makes me scared, what makes me angry. And maybe when I get bored, I need to think about these things. Like, that's my prompt for the night. Like, what makes you angry? Oh, well, this makes me angry. Okay, wait. Tomorrow night, what makes you happy? Well, this makes me happy. Like, these are the things that makes me happy. Okay, and the next night, what makes you sad? Like, so I know, like, these are things that I don't like. These are things that I won't tolerate because this makes me angry. Or I won't tolerate this because this makes me sad. And that way I can, at least at night, I'm, like, getting the stimulation that I need, I guess. I don't know. I'm working this out in my brain, and I'm, like, half tipsy. So I'm, like, getting it out now because I'm, like, connected right now. And I'm like, if I don't get it out now, it won't make sense later. So I'm, like, I'm trying to do it now. And I don't know, like I said, I just want to be the best me, And that means going to the depths that I'm scared of, being alone. I came into this world by myself 3 days early, but I came by myself. And in the end, in the casket, it's going to be me by myself. Like, no one else is there. So I might as well get comfortable being by myself, regardless of what is going on. And I don't really know how to do that. If I'm being honest, I don't know how to get comfortable with doing things by myself. I really don't like going to new places by myself. Like, I'll go to the movies by myself. I'll go to dinner by myself. Like, those things I've done before by myself. And although they felt weird and awkward at first, like, I still enjoyed them. But going to new places by myself, like social events without my friends, I don't like it. And that could be the social anxiety. Again, that could be because I spend isolation as a punishment and not really as a solitude thing, a solidarity thing. So it's like, now being by myself is like, oh, it's associated with bad, but it's like, it's not. I have to rewire my brain that being by myself is a good thing. Knowing that I have myself is a good thing. Knowing that I can rely on myself is a good thing. And it's like, I have to rewire that. And it's like, it's hard. It's so hard. Because the little girl in me is like, being by herself is so boring. It's so much. It feels so heavy to be by myself. And I think that's what it is. Like, it feels so heavy to be by myself. But when I'm with other people, like, it feels light, it feels fun, I get to laugh, I get to be free. But like, when I'm by myself, it just feels so heavy. Like, I don't know what to do. Even if I do pole dance or I do journal or a podcast, like, the feeling comes back of like, just being by myself in a space by myself is heavy without the TV, without music, without something else that can like block the noise and the silence of I'm alone right now. Like, there's nobody here but me. Like, I don't know. And then it's crazy because when I record myself on like the camera, I can feel that there's people watching me. Like, it's a whole reason why this podcast isn't on camera, because I don't feel like I'll be authentic with it on camera. Like, I feel like it'll just be me being fake, and I don't want to be fake. I want this to be real. I want this to be raw. Like, that's the whole point of this. So it's like, it's hard to have social anxiety. It's hard to grow up an only kid and to now unlearn that the things that were once that you saw as punishments are not punishments, that they're actually good things. It's really hard, because I have to tell that little girl, that little Zari, that it's okay to be by yourself. It's okay to want to seek solitude. It's okay to learn yourself and go to the depths within yourself and to truly know what it means to be by yourself. Like, it's okay to do those things. And it's like, I don't know how to tell myself that it's okay, but it will be okay. That's all I do know, is that it will be okay. It starts with journaling at night, and I guess that's why some people read, because they don't have like things to do and they need stimulation, so they read, or they put the TV on. And like old people, they're like, I wouldn't say old people, but like older people, they like put the TV on and scroll on their phones before bed and read a book or something. I think that's what I need to do. I don't know. Something that's like, I'm not focused on what I do want, or focused on wanting a relationship or wanting to talk to someone, because that's really what it is. Like, once I'm talking to someone, like, it's never really that important. Like, it's like, okay, I've gotten the stimulation I needed, thank you, and it's like, that's not really fair to them or to me, because it's like, I'm not really talking to the person because I enjoy talking to the person. I'm talking to this person because I'm bored, or because I have nothing else to do to fill my time, so I'm just talking to people. And while that's okay, like, to build connections, but it's like, I'm not building connections because I want to build connections. I'm building connections because I have nothing else to do. So it's like, I have to be alone. So it's like, I'm building these connections because I want to. And I know that, like, my energy is always, like, I only let somebody in my energy unless, like, they have, like, an importance in my life, or, like, a contract that needs to be dealt with. So it's like, even if the contract is short or the contract is long, like, I get through it regardless. But it's like, I wouldn't have to go through it if I just been by myself, And that's what I feel like is the important part. But alas, it is late. It is 12:36, and with show day being tomorrow, I think it's time that I call it a night. But I really did like talking with this, and I really am going to dive deeper into like what it means to be by myself, and like what makes me happy, what makes me sad, what makes me tick. And maybe I'll start with what makes me tick. Like, just think about these things when I go to bed. Like, what makes me tick? What makes me, like, super upset? Like, what makes me, like, what the actual fuck? Like, what irks me the wrong way? What, like, makes me, like, side-eye somebody? That's what tick means to me. Like, I don't know. Some people say tick as differently, but tick to me means, like, what makes me, like, go, what the fuck? Or, like, jolt and then be like, huh? What'd you say? So, that's my prompt. That's my prompt for y'all too. What makes you tick? What makes you, like, look at someone side eye and say, what the fuck? What makes you do that? Comment below, subscribe, like, share, all the good things. May everything that you want to be yours, because you are the creator of your own life. I will see you guys next Sunday. And I appreciate you guys for talking with me. Those of you who are loyal listeners and continue to listen to my podcast, I thank you. I started this because I've always wanted to do something like this, because I don't know, I feel like I have a lot to say. I feel like I have good things to say. So let me know what makes you tick. Let me know And if you do, also do the shadow work with me and you figure out what makes you tick, build on it. Don't be afraid to truly go in the depths of what that means. Start surface level and then go beyond what makes you tick, what makes you super angry, what makes you explode. What makes you almost want to jump off a building. Don't do that. But what makes you feel like you want to, I love you all. Have a great night. Hope you all have a good weekend or good week because it would be Sunday. Enjoy your time. October is almost gone. Halloween is here. Be safe. I hope you all have a good night. And may all your dreams and realities and delusions come true. Amen. Ashe. Goodbye.